Hey everyone, it's me. It has been a little while. It's probably been about 2 weeks since I actually last updated some new content or uploaded, whatever the word is. But I'm here. I actually have been dealing with some allergy and sinus issues, so probably wasn't in the best shape to be recording any videos, and I sounded horrible at one point. Still not 100%, but I'm getting there. That's why I did a few earlier videos talking about the air purifiers and all that kind of good stuff. So it's really helping me. It's just, I guess the downside of things is when I go outside, everything gets bad again because I have a controlled environment here in the house. But anyhow, side note, I hope everybody's been doing well, that you've been living life, loving life, and living your truth, because that's the most important thing at the end of the day. So, you guys probably see I've got a little bit of swag on, I guess. Phi Kappa Phi. It's the honor society that I'm a member of. It's actually the nation's largest interdisciplinary honor society. And I've been a proud member since, I want to say, gosh, my sophomore year of college, which was ages ago. It makes me feel really old, but I probably say around maybe 2002, 2003. But anyhow, that's something about me. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. You guys already know that. So, got a few things for you. Not really anything, it's a new device or anything like that. But I did want to get into something that I really, really enjoy, and something that is a little bit of a vice for me, if you will. But I'm going to start off, I guess, kind of on a more serious or, an Ayana saves my life type of note. Just kind of speaking on my life and how things have been going and how things have been progressing. It's 2018. So for me, this is the year of change. This is the year about living truth and getting rid of all of the things that are negative in your life and in my life for that matter, and getting rid of it. Guess what, guys? Life is way too short to be dealing with a bunch of drama, a bunch of extra, and a bunch of people that don't really get it and don't understand. Hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all have issues. And sometimes, honestly, pardon my language, we all can be pretty damn fucked up. But at the end of the day, you have to get over yourself. And I've talked about this in some of my earlier videos. But for me, I personally can't let any of my personal growth in the way that I've been growing on the inside be compromised by anybody, regardless. The thing about life is you can give 100%, you can give 150% to people. A lot of people just don't give a fuck. That's just the honest truth. They get so caught up in what they have going on in their heads and how they feel, and honestly, fuck you. And a lot of people are, what's the word I'm looking for? Are ignorant, I guess, to the fact of how they do things and how they act and how they come off. And, I can be guilty of this too. But for me, I'll get into talking about Zodiacs at some point because it's something that I found very, very fascinating. I'm a Cancerian. And those of you that knows Cancers, we're typically considered very, very moody people. And it's true. I mean, heck, our freaking ruling planet is a moon, which, whatever, and we get a crab. But for us, those of us that are Cancers, just like the crab, we have usually a tough exterior. We can have very, very savage mouths and we can go in hard. But underneath all of that, just like in the crab, there's very, very soft flesh, so we can be very, very vulnerable and very, very receptive to those that we let get into our lives, that become a part of our lives. We can be very, very sensitive about different things with them. But, one thing I've learned is, regardless of being friends, being family, whatever the case may be, you can't change a person. You can only affect yourself. You can only affect your own energy, and you can only be you. You have to get out of being so consumed with how people are, how they act towards you, and what they do. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do. And, I hate to say it, but in some instances, you kind of just have to walk away from that sort of thing. There's one thing that my mom and my grandmother taught me, is we have to be very, very careful in life, those whose paths that we cross and that become a part of our lives. We have to cherish those people. We have to cherish those moments. We have to cherish that time with these people, because we're not going to be around them for forever, and they're not going to be around us. So sometimes it's about getting over yourself, getting out of the zone that you're in, and fostering those relationships, being aware of the things that we're doing that may be causing those relationships to have bumps and things like that. It's just part of life, and I'm just at a point in mind where I'm blessed. I have an abundance. I've been giving blessings upon blessings upon blessings, and I'm thankful for all of that. So I can't get so much caught up in the negative side of things that I just forget about the things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my niece. I'm thankful for my partner. I'm thankful for all those things. So those things in my life that may be negative and maybe in your lives for that matter, they have to go. You have to get rid of a lot of that stuff. You can't hold on to it. You can only extend olive branches and build bridges for so long. At the end of the day, we all have to be careful that we don't burn bridges with people and situations and stuff like that, because you just may never know that one person that was trying to make a connection with you, that was trying to be there in their own way, and we all have different ways of being a part of people's lives, they may eventually get to the point that they're just not going to have it anymore, and they're just going to walk away. And you may never know when you may need to try to rely on that person. So that's something that we all should be conscious and be aware of. So that's kind of the message that I have for at least this part of the segment. So anyhow, moving on to something that's a lot lighter note. I talk about Wish a lot, and I'm a shopper. Everybody that knows me knows that. And I have a tendency to probably maybe over accumulate things. But one thing that I'm trying to get a lot better about is I'm trying to be more aware of what I'm getting. If I have an abundance of stuff, I'm trying to share it, give it away, and I actually need to get into the storage room. So that's a whole nother thing. That'll probably be a different video. But Wish, love it. Love everything about it. I've talked about it before. I have another video about it. I don't know if you guys have looked at it, but you really need to check it out. But kind of what I want to do right now is I got a couple of things a few weeks ago I ordered. You know, I typically order probably more around the house stuff, you know, gizmos and gadget type things, like this phone case that's on my iPhone 8 Plus, by the way, in rose gold or whatever they're calling it. It's kind of a 3D stereoscopic case. It's got a dragon. I love dragons. I absolutely love dragons, everything about them. And anyhow, so that was that. I got that off of Wish. It actually took it a long time to get here, but I finally got it. But I did kind of start looking at the clothes. I like different stuff. You know, my style is, I wouldn't say all over the place, but it's very specific to me, and it speaks about my personality and who I am as a person. I like things that are different. I'm different. Yeah, that's me all day long. And it's one of those things I always tell people, love it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, I'm going to be me. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to live my truth. And I'm going to try to help others as much as I can in my own way. We all have faults and we all have flaws. But anyhow, so order a couple clothing items from there. Now, one thing I will say about their clothes, a lot of the pictures look great. They're very, very nice pictures. They look amazing. But a lot of the material is going to be cheaper material because it's coming from China. It's coming from overseas. So it may be the two sisters, as I call them, polyester, and things like that. But I actually got, I guess they're called harem pants. I actually have a pair on. I'm going to show you guys a couple more. So let's see if I can actually get in the frame. So let me move the camera back here just a little bit. So I got these guys on. I thought they were pretty freaking cool. You know, they got some little accents. You know, a great summer pant if you ask me. Spring, whatever the case may be. Just kind of wear them around. It makes me feel very, what's the word I'm looking for? Arabian Nights, that sort of thing. Kind of gives me like that Indian vibe. And I love the patchwork, and they're super comfortable, actually. And I want to say I got these for probably about $11. Now, you know, I get into this sometimes. The great thing about Wish is if you get something and you don't like it, all you really have to do is contact them and let them know that you have some sort of an issue with it. And they're usually pretty good about getting you to a resolution. So you got to see this blue pair. I've got a couple more pairs over here out of frame that I'm going to grab to show you. So I got this pair right here. Kind of got a nice, I guess, what would we call this? It kind of gives me that Southwest, kind of an Aborigine type pattern, but these are shorter than the ones that I have on, and the crotch in these actually doesn't drop quite as low, and they've kind of got this interesting little detail going on here. I thought it gives you the vibe of a pocket, but it's not. It just kind of sits and lays off on the side of your leg. So I'm really excited to get to wear these. I got them washed up and everything, and I haven't really been able to wear them because it got back cold here. So, and then this pair is just like the ones that I have on. Just a different color combination. I think they're really fun. And these are actually unisex. When I got them, there's a guy in the picture, but women can wear these, men can wear these. And like I said, I love, love, love a harem pant. I had a couple pairs of joggers. These actually came in probably about maybe a year or two ago. They were kind of popular, the whole harem thing. And a decent quality. I mean, it's going to be a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. You got the waistband here. They'll stretch, for a decent size waist. I mean, if you're a little bit larger, they probably wouldn't really work. But they've actually got pockets on there. on both sides, and then you've got a cute little wooden button on both sides. The pair that I have on, it was sewn down. I couldn't get into the pockets. I actually had to take the button off and hand stitch it back on there, but not really a big deal, I don't think. And this is another item that I got from there. You guys can see this. It's kind of it's an asymmetrical jacket with a hood. This one was actually, they called it Assassin's Creed. Any of you that are gamers, you should know what Assassin's Creed is, or you will know, I guess. But this one, I'm going to put it on real quick. I really love this jacket. Let's move the camera back so you guys can see. So, I mean, you can wear it open like this, and it'll just kind of, you know, hang or whatever. And the zipper is also on the opposite sides of this stuff too, so that's something you might want to be aware of. It's not that hard, but this one, you get it on, it'll zip all the way up here to the top if I want to. And I also got it because I freaking love the hood. It's got this really kind of oversized hood, gives you the nice asymmetrical feel. You've got two pockets, so it's a nice light, you know, I guess spring weight jacket. Or I mean, you could even wear it in summer. And a lot of times I've been wearing this one to work here, and I'll kind of like leave it like that, a little bit open at the top. But you know, all of this to say, clothing is kind of something that I really love and that I'm into, and that gets me into trouble a lot. Oh, I almost forgot. On this is also cool. It's got the little slits here on the side for you to put your thumb through. So that's another really cool detail that I didn't realize that this had when I ordered it. But it was also a pretty good price. It was under $20. I want to say it may have cost about $15, something like that. So like if you're going in H&M or Forever 21, you might see something. I haven't really been seeing a lot of it. I've seen in one of the H&Ms that we have in a nicer part of Charlotte, because I live here in, you know, I have accessibility to Charlotte. They had some kind of similar stuff, but it was pretty expensive, like $40. And honestly, same type quality. So I mean, you guys could just go on Wish to check that kind of stuff out. But I think, you know, I'm still kind of trying to figure out kind of where to go with this. You know, the tech stuff has been pretty good. But, you know, I'm probably going to start giving you guys a little bit more tips on clothing and fashion and stuff like that. And kind of like just how I do things and stuff like that. I'm really, hopefully this weekend, I think tomorrow it's supposed to be raining, I'm going to get an opportunity to pull out my sewing machine and kind of play around with that. Because if I can learn how to sew, I'm going to shut it down. I'm here to tell you guys. Anyhow, I thank you guys for tuning in. Likely I'll have another video this weekend. I'm going to get out here in a little bit and I'm going to go to the gym because I've been working on that, trying to get everything in line and together so when the summer comes, I still got a little ways to go, of course. But, you know, it's been good. And the thing is, I thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe below, leave comments. I'm usually pretty responsive if you leave a comment because I have mobile accessibility, because YouTube is terrific and they've added some more functionality to make it a little bit easier for you to be a vlogger. So I want to hear from you. Subscribe below. Definitely tell your friends, come check it out. Now that I'm not like half dead to the world, I actually try to get more videos uploaded, and eventually I'm going to get to the point that I'm doing all this fancy editing and stuff that everybody else is doing. But this has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy talking to everyone and kind of, you know, just putting my thoughts out there, because it's Universe Jarvis, so it's pretty much what I may be thinking or have going on at the moment. And I'm definitely always open to suggestions if you have anything you want to see, and, you know, can get that figured out. But I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the weekend, whenever you may be looking at this. And I'll check in with you guys again soon. Take care.